things together that we've learned as we've gone round. The cuneiform text, the Arcadian language, the Apostle Paul's example of speaking in tongues in 1 Corinthians 14, back to Isaiah 28, back to Deuteronomy 28. We've also seen the 10 tribes being taken away into exile by leza III. Here he is again. And he's a brutal man. And he's one of those kings that would never take no as an answer. He always wanted yes. You would always do it my way, otherwise you will suffer catastrophically. You may remember the black obelisk of Jehu. Remember the position. Look at the position this man is in. You may remember the throne of Sennacherib, the arrow down, the bow reversed. But look at the difference here, the spear and the bow. So that means this poor fellow is going to die. He's going to die horribly. Also, notice the foot on the neck. And that shows us Joshua chapter 10, where Joshua said, come and put your feet on the necks of the defeated kings. So this is an ancient posture of total submission. And then when you're in that position, you are executed. Now, a lot of people in the ancient world wouldn't have been able to read the script, but they could understand the imagery. It's a very powerful piece of imagery. Also in the ancient world, it was said that mercy was located in your bowels. You get that strange phrase, bowels of mercy. Whichever person thought that up, they must have been bonkers, but there you go. Keep that in your mind, because someone has upset Tiglath, and he set his army against them, and they're going out and they're conquering the enemy, including this poor fellow who's been beheaded. But if you look above him, look at the imagery. You've got the vulture, and what's he got in his talons? The intestines, the bowels. What's that telling you? No mercy. So if you resist me, tough. I normally like to finish, I've got another thing to show you, I normally like to finish here for lunch, because that's all highly decorated, remember? And when you're eating your meat sandwiches, you'll never forget him. So there you are. So the imagery, when you understand it, it's all in the book, is very powerful. And that is why the Bible, when you read it, is so full of imagery. Jesus and Paul in particular are always using word pictures to describe things. In a moment or two, we're going to have some free time, and you may want to use the toilets. And Jesus speaks about, about what passes in and out of a man. I'll just give you a new name for toilets. You may never have heard of them before, and that is Vespasian. Because Vespasian was the Roman emperor who started the conquest of Jerusalem in AD 70, but he needed to raise taxes. And so to do it, he upset people all across the Roman Empire. He said, every time you use the loo, you are to pay me a tax. So people were so upset, they renamed the toilets Vespasians. So it may look good to have that in your home. This is the Vespasian. There you go. And it's interesting, he's the one who built the great Colosseum in Rome, and he did so with all the goodies he got from Jerusalem when it fell. Isn't that sad? That the Colosseum was built because Jerusalem fell, as Jesus had said. Right, I'm going to be very kind to you. I'm going to show you one more thing, then we'll have a little bit of an extended